Welcome to Gainesville, Florida. It's hot, it's humid, just like the Gators like it, and the reason they call this place the Swamp is we are ready for the Florida home opener. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators offense will go on the attack first. And Jesse, in this age of transfers, quarterbacks are the hottest commodities. We've seen this guy, but now different uniform, different surroundings. It's his job to get everybody going in the same direction.
Well, he just has to take command of this offense early. And listen, we've seen in recent years transfer quarterbacks have success right away. Think about Will Howard winning a national championship at Ohio State, Dylan Gabriel over at Oregon, Cam Ward at Miami. This guy has a really good grasp of the offense, picked it up in the offseason. I know they're really excited to see what he can do on the field today.
And these transfer quarterbacks are so wanted because they already have the experience. You know exactly what they can do. You're not guessing. So his experience translates, and they're counting on it. They love him. That's why they went and got him, and that's why he's starting right now.
Wide receiver going in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wilson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. The Gators get it past the sticks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And the Gators are in the hurry-up.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Gators need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Nolan. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Gators are moving quickly down the field.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to...
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. And the Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
For a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So Arkansas's offense has the ball for the first time. And here comes, for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more, and there's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this. And he has never played against competition like this either, David.
No, it's crazy. And that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology, how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask of a freshman.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, the portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Give to the running back. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to throw, it's Nolan. Gonna take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Going right to work up top. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead, and we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Takes the handoff. It's Hayden. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
How about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man, but I got a pass rush like that.
Wilson to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Jumped on top of the pile.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Got his man. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure.
Yeah. Picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. At the 30. Pass the 10. Touchdown, Gator! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under fire. He'll get rid of it. He makes a catch. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football games.
There he goes. Smashes through the tackle at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And the Gators headed quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
The give is to Smith. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Gators come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. The give on the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Gators are flying down the field.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And here comes the offense on second down. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Flips it out to the back. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Wilson will throw. Dumps it off in the flats. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Wants to keep it in the air. Catch in the middle, it's Platt. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Still on his feet. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but, man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. This time it's complete. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. Touchdown, Razorbacks! A great catch and run for 6.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Nolan. The short hands, it's Craven. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Gators want to crank the tempo. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's caught. It's Brown. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. Still running at the 40. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Daniels. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. From the red zone, looking for a space. Grab behind the line. It's Daniels. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Rushes on him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Hand off from the shotgun. Inside the 45. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make...
Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Milwin. Lets it fly deep downfield. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
They'll line up to go for 2. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Puts it out of the air. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Rides to back and leaves it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. The Gators will hustle to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Trying to pick up a 1st down. He might want another play. To the air, it's Milwin. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Gators will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Turning it on. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. Let's get it. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to tack one more on their score. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. At the 40, there he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll move the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Makes the grab. It's Daniels. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Had the completion, just missed it.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Wilson to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for the loss.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game, they've been swarmed. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He unleashes a long one. Makes the catch on the left. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You can tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by 11 to Hawaii. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. The Gators want to move quickly.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Offense in the hurry-up.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into...
Breaks into the open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Love the play call in the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Under fire. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The offense in hurry-up mode.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Nolan. A little release to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Gators are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man to the left. There he goes. Touchdown, Florida. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
And the lead's now 4, so you go for 2, try to get it to 6 to at least make them have to kick the extra point if they're going to beat you. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wilson will throw. Fires to the big fella. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Buying some time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down. Fourth down, gotta have it here. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Hayden. Oh, he's got some space. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Givens. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Wilson to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Givens. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. He's looking to pass. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And what a play by the defense, right? You got the lead, but your backs are up against the wall down in your own red zone. Someone's got to be able to step up and make a play. And he delivers in the end zone, getting the INT, preserving his team's lead here late.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the Gators in the hurry up. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.